welcome to my channel. I'm Kc, and if you're new here, I do everything from song and video reactions to covers of songs to my own music, and lately I've been uploading shorts for my TikToks. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm back, and I have a new haircut for my loyal subscribers who have noticed. This is like it's a new era, you know, this whole, I love the fall because I feel like, I don't know, people talk about the spring being like new beginnings, but for me it's the fall. Like the fall is always a change. I don't know, it's just because it's like the change of leaves or whatever, but to me it's just like I always feel like I need a change, or like it's like a rebirth. So I just love the fall. And another thing I love about the fall is growing up with listening to Taylor Swift this whole past decade and even longer. She always has an album in the fall. So she does not disappoint. I mean, you know, at least for about, I think it was like 6 or 8 years straight, it was like every fall, every 2 years in the fall she had an album, and it was always something to look forward to. So I'm I'm so annoying, but I'm so excited to be reacting to this 10 minutes All Too Well song and video today. I'm like a OG hardcore Taylor Swift fan, so anybody who's like a OG fan pre 1989, like bandwagoners, no shade but shade, or you know, whatever, or you know, even if you got on the bandwagon at Red, whatever. But if you are like a OG, like from the time of her first or second album, like me, I was on her sophomore album. I was on Fearless, you know. I wasn't from the beginning, but I was still early on Taylor Swift fan. Y'all, and if you just done research or like known about her interviews or whatever, if you're like obsessed with her, you know there's a 10-minute version she's had in the vault, you know, for years. She spoke about this like 10 years ago on Good Morning America, like way back in the day. She talked about how she had to cut, like All Too Well's already a 5-minute song or something like that, but she actually had to cut it down because it was too long. So if you're like me and you're like obsessed with her like me, then you already know that. So for her to be putting this out finally, it's just like, I want to know. Like All Too Well was already such a detailed song and everything, so it's just like to know even more details, it's just, I don't know. It was always, All Too Well, it has so much meaning for me. Like, I mean, I feel like I sound like a cliche person when I say this, but it seriously did help me through like the worst ever breakup I ever went through in my life. And this whole album helped me through that. So this whole album just has significance for me in that way. I used to just, listening to Red and like listening to that song like every day for a few months, it just helped me. It was therapeutic, you know? So, that being said, I'm so glad that she's making this a single, because it is like a favorite, not just with me, but like she knows for her fans that this song is one that we wish, like the Swifties wish would have been a single or whatever, and it's a standout track. It's a track 5, you know, so I feel like it set the tone for other track 5s to come after that. All right, like, I don't know, this was one of the most like heartbreaking songs that she's ever written, in my opinion. And I know people are gonna speculate like who it's about and all this stuff, especially now that there's gonna be a longer version and she's gonna have more details and this and that. I mean, me personally, I feel like we kind of know who it's about. Like, I feel like it's about Jake Gyllenhaal, but at the same time, none of us really know. Only Taylor and probably like her closest friends or family actually know. So like, it's like we can speculate all we want, but it is what it is. And it just seems like she doesn't like for us to speculate anymore, you know. So our girl just wants us to leave it alone. So I'm just gonna listen to it, kind of like, I feel like kind of from like a fresh ear. Like, I want to just put any like theories, you know, out of my mind and just listen to it like I'm like listening to it for the first time, you know. So yeah, that was my little spiel on the history of this song and everything like that. And I'm about to listen to it. So yeah, that's my introduction for the history and whatever the meaning of this song and all that stuff. About to get into it. I just wanted to reiterate, I know I've said it on a couple of my videos, but I am not really going to be playing the song out loud. I just don't, especially for somebody like Taylor Swift, who's like, I feel like copyright is just so strict. I don't want my channel to get taken down, or for this video to, I don't want this video to be taken down, but I especially don't want to jeopardize my channel. So I'm going to be listening to it with earphones, and we're going to watch the video, and I'm so excited about that. But, you know, it's just going to be a little bit different than I have done in the past. So if you're like, you know, expecting that, then it's not going to happen anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I just, you know, YouTube's cracking down, and especially with like major artists like this, I just don't even want to take that chance. So I want y'all to just come here, having already listened. Like, I'm still going to react. You're still going to know what parts of the song I'm reacting to and all that. But, you know, you have to have already listened. If you're coming here to like listen to the song for the first time, or like see the video for the first time, like that's just, it's not gonna happen. So okay, this is All Too Well 10-minute version. Oh wow, it already sounds different. I know for the re-recording she has to make it a little bit different anyway, but yeah, it's already starting out, just the instrumentation is just different. Like, besides the that most famous line, like, you call me up again just to break me like a promise. No, okay, I'm not gonna get that high, but you know, I love the line like, autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place. I just love that line. Like, just like what I just told y'all about the fall, how much I love the fall, and like, I don't know, it just, it's the imagery for me. It's like she paints the picture. Album on the counter. Used to be a little kid with... Alright. Actually, I'm not gonna sing out loud because that might even be freaking copyright. But it's so hard not to sing along. Like, I'm just gonna lip sync it. Oh, hold up. Okay, that was different. Okay, I've started a different... I'm like 2 minutes in. She said, tossing me the car keys. The patriarchy. What? Wow. Okay, I'm so annoying. I'm gonna be so annoying. I'm just telling y'all. That just blew my mind. Like, hold up. This is a lot to take in. Hold on. That was a lot. Like, hold up. Okay, I had to process this. So, I just need a second to process what I just heard. Okay. That, wow. Okay. So, okay. She confirmed that, yeah, she went out with him for about 3 months, whoever he is. Like I said, speculate all you want, whatever. Yeah, you can write in the comments down below. But, yeah, it just seems to me like this guy didn't know. He had commitment issues, in a nutshell. Like, I can go on a whole tangent about it, but like, in a nutshell, he had like commitment issues, right? So he's just, yeah, like leaving her in the dark about where they stand and everything. And yeah, she said you never wanted to call it what it was. Something about like, you know, love is what it was, but you never wanted to call it that. But kept like leaving her in the dark, but kind of just wanting, not wanting, like wouldn't let her move on and do her own thing, but still like selfishly like kept her around. So that's what I got from that. But you know, she says it way more beautifully and like with all these metaphors and stuff. But yeah, that's what I just got from that, and it's just more details, like. But okay. This whole verse or whatever is something that like nobody has heard before. And even, okay, remember like if y'all bought the Lover CDs or whatever and she had those journal entries, or if y'all know what I'm talking about, I only got like one of those. I know she released like 4 of them. Yeah, 4. And she had like journal entries and stuff like that from like whatever, just, and it was all random. It wasn't even from like a certain era. It was all from like different eras. And I remember back then she was saying that she put some of the what wasn't a 10-minute song in that. But I think whatever disc I got, it didn't have too much of the All Too Well. Because I wanted to, because even like 2 years ago or whatever, when Lover came out, I wanted to know, like I wanted to see more of what the 10-minute, you know, what more of the All Too Well extended version was about. Okay. So it's just back to what I'm familiar with. So there was like a minute that was just new from 2 to 3. The minute 2 to 3, I didn't know any of that. Now I'm back to like what was in the original song. Secret when I kept you like a oath. Okay. Yeah, just from any like whatever sleuthing I've done about this whole Jake Jill, my speculations on it, which I keep wanting not to get into that because yeah, like what I said before, I know she doesn't really like that, but I don't know. But to me it seems like she's made several references, not just in this song but in other songs, about like, I don't know, it was just like he was wanting to keep her in the dark about, you know, because they were both famous. I mean, she's like way more famous now than she was back then, but even still, like she was in the limelight back then. And I think back then she was more fine with like having her public relations, or her relationships public. Nowadays she is like really secret and private about her relationships just because of everything that's happened to her. But back then she was willing to like be out and, you know, out in the open with that. And I think it wasn't, I mean, it's probably not just the fame, but it probably other things as well. Just like, yeah, just not making it as serious as she wanted to make it. And yeah, like, I mean, that's hurtful for anybody. Even if you're like not famous, I'm sure some people can relate if like people just don't claim you, you know, and it's like something really fishy about it. I mean, everybody's different with relationships. Some people are more private, some people are more open, but there is a difference between like just claiming somebody in general. Like not everybody has to be so out in the open and like putting their relationships on social media every day and stuff like that, but like there's a shadiness about people who don't claim anything at all. I also think about that Grammy performance now when I listen to this song. I just think about that Grammy performance. Y'all know the one. If y'all are fans, y'all know the one where she's on the piano like slamming her head like back and forth. That's what, especially during this piano part, that's what I think about. We got lost in. Alright, this is the part, y'all. Cause I remember it. Oh wow, that's telling. If we would have been closer in age, maybe we would have been fine. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm done not speculating because it's just kind of too impossible to at this point. All right, disregard, whatever. I don't know, but anyway, there was an age gap between, like a big, like 10, I mean not big, but it was like 10 years, I'm sure, like, because she was 20 when she, like, I'm pretty sure she was 20 when she dated him. And I'm not gonna say names, let me just say him. So she was 20 when she dated him, and I think he was 30, so that was 10 years. Given, I mean, women are pretty much more mature. Like, it's like a 30-year-old woman dating a 20-year-old guy is gonna be way different than a 20-year-old woman dating a 30-year-old guy. So I'm sure she was like mature enough, but even still, there's still a lot of growing you do in between 20 and 30 for anybody. So I mean, obviously it all worked out for her. I don't know what he's doing, but you know, she's found the love of her life now, so obviously, like, this wasn't meant to be anyway. She probably thought it was, like, forever back then, and yeah, she even has said, I know she said somewhere in the song, I can't think right now, but I know she said, she's basically, like, hinting at she wanted it forever. But, you know, she's really young, and obviously now she seems like she's, like, with the love of her life, so. Wow, she's spilling everything. She said in the party bathroom, some actress asked me what happened. She said you. And this reminds me of the song, what is it? Y'all know what it is? Hold on, I got it. It was a bonus track on this album. And it was like, y'all know what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna look, because I have the Spotify list right now. It'll come to me, hold on. I just can't remember what the name of it is. Oh, The Moment I Knew. Duh. Okay, so that reminds me of The Moment I Knew, because she talked about how, like, on her 21st birthday, she was, you know, in the bathroom crying. I mean, like, is this that moment that she's talking about, or is this, like, a whole nother moment, you know? Tell me what y'all think in the comments down below, like, what, because I'm like, having there's, like, parallels to other songs in this song as well. I mean, dang, my 21st year, birthday and year were all messed up too, so I can relate to that. I mean, it wasn't all, my birthday wasn't all because of a guy, but my 21st year kind of was, but anyway. So that sucks, you know, but you know what, it is what it is. You know, at least she's in a happier place. You had a good 30th birthday, Taylor, so you had that with with your man. Mine got ruined by the virus, so I didn't get to celebrate my 21st or my 30th, okay? That's lying. That's probably, there's like so many like lines in here that are just so, they stand out, like out of like so much of her discography. I feel like that's why people love this song so much, because there's like 3 or 4 lines in there that is just like so memorable. Yeah, it's like the You Call Me Up Again one, for me, the Autumn Leaves one, and then Time Won't Fly. It's like I'm paralyzed by it, like to be my old self again, but I'm still trying to find it. Like, I can't, I'm done. And then the scarf that everybody like talks about, like it's still TikToks about it to this day, 10 years later, about this scarf. That's another line. Like, I never thought about the line like that, but for other people, that's like a really memorable line. Like this last little stretch of the song is about to be something I don't know, because okay, I have like 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, and it's like the song that we know has already ended, you know, like I remember it all too well, whatever, and then she ends it, but I got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, so let's hear what this is about. Wait, did Taylor Swift say the twin flame thing before? Actually, you know what, she did. I'm pretty sure, before Megan Fox made it a whole thing. Because in a different song, what is it? What is that song? I think it's on, it's on State of Grace. Because she said twin fire signs or something like that. Yeah, twin fire signs. 4 blue eyes, twin fire signs, yeah. So, you know what? Everybody's giving the credit to, like, Megan Fox making this phrase, and it really needs to go to Taylor, because we have evidence of this, like, 10 years ago of her saying that. And now, I mean, well, like this new, or new-ish, old new song coming out, she's talking about twin flame. Okay. But yeah, that credit needs to go to Taylor for like popularizing it. I'm sure like Megan Fox wasn't the first person in history to ever say it, but she popularized it. And yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, I mean, I'm not a big astrology person at all, but yeah, because she's a Sagittarius and this guy is a Sagittarius, and that's twin fire signs. So that's what that reference is. And just stay away from Sagittarius men, period. Or I know I need to, because it just doesn't end well. I like that. Okay, I wish she would have kept that in. I wish they would have let her keep that in. That was really pretty. I still remember the first, I can't sing it because copyright, but I still remember the first fall of snow, and then what she said. How it glistened as it fell. I remember it all too. I like that. Yeah, and then like it fades out. They could have let her end with that. But I still got 2 minutes left. Oh, that's pretty. Whew. Alright, so that was the 10-minute version of All Too Well. That was a lot, that was a lot to take in, and that's just my first listen, so I feel like I'll catch on, I'll catch on to more as I listen to it more, but that was impressive. I felt like it was gonna be, but you still never know, because I don't know, I'm not the type of person, people think that just because somebody's my favorite artist or I love the artist that I like every single one of their songs, and that's not true. I don't even like all of my own songs, so that's not true. But I can honestly say I don't really hate any of Taylor's songs, but there are my favorites, and then there's those ones that I'm not crazy about or I think that are just okay. And then with remixes and stuff like that, I usually am not the type of person that likes remixes or likes stuff, whatever. I usually always like the original better. But for this is almost, I mean, I do like the other one better, but this is pretty much up. It's really comparable. It's really up there. And I don't know. Yeah, the other one is kind of just more flows better and it's more cohesive and whatever. But I do really like the ending on this one. I think I like that better than the other one. But overall, I'm impressed. So she did good. Tell me what y'all thought in the comment section down below. Do y'all think y'all can just leave this 10-minute version, whatever, it's too much, or or whatever, you don't care, or did it blow your mind, or what are your opinions down below of the 10-minute version? And then I just looked. She still did include the 10-minute one's pretty much a bonus. So the 5-minute one or whatever, the original one, she still did a cover of that too. So I was wondering that. I was wondering if this was gonna take the place of that. But yeah, she still has both on there. So that's what's up. Alright. So we're about to get into the video, which I'm probably gonna have to blur out. But I'm so excited that she gave us this 10-minute video. I don't know. It's been a minute, I mean, she's been really active. I can't say she hasn't been. She put 2 albums out last year.